These are the primary tools for measuring a horizontal distance. We have a steel tape, a plumb bob, which is essentially a weight on a string with a gammon reel. We have a device for measuring the amount of tension pulled on the tape. We have a tape clamps to ensure that you get a good grip on the tape. And we have chaining pins to establish line or to break chain. Okay, we have two types of tapes that we'll be using. One is architectural tape, and as you can see, it's got 12 units per foot, which are inches. It's divided up in terms of inches. And we have an engineer's tape that's divided up in tenths and hundredths of a foot. This is the tape that we will primarily use for land surveying. Okay, what we're trying to do is measure from point A here to point B, which is down the hill and has some vertical relief to it. So what we're going to do is try to establish another point on the line from A to B that's an intermediate point that we can take an easier measurement to. So what I'm going to do is go down there to that halfway point, so to speak, and you're going to use your hands to put me on the line between point A and point B. Okay, Matt's going to hold 0 on the base of the chaining pin down there, and I'm going to use a plumb bob to help me to make sure that I'm measuring in the correct plane. I'll hang this down and over the tape, and I'll pull 20 pounds of pressure, and make sure that the plumb bob is swinging freely, not touching anything that's going to affect my measurement. And take a look at my measurement. Okay, now I'm going to wind up the tape, and I'm going to move ahead to point B, and Matt's going to come up to our intermediate point, and we'll measure this distance. Now Matt's moved up to the intermediate point, and I'm going to measure the final distance. Plumb bob. Again, I have to make sure that my tape is in a straight vertical plane. I pull 20 pounds of pressure, and I measure it as 36.14.